Hello everyone, my name is Sandra Lopez and I'll be talking about Chapter 8, titled Employee Friendly Policies, Fashionable, Flexible, and Fickle. This is for PPA 577 Public Sector Human Resource Management class. These policies are important to talk about because they can be used to ease employees' conflict between work and their personal life. Start with the quote. I am willing to take back a seat in my career in order to make time for my family. Generation X and forward have this mentality as compared to back generations. Um, they prefer to spend more time with their family or do any personal needs than to be at work. Some of the workforce trends that we have seen um, include women in the labor force. It has increased from 33.9% in 1950 to 69.9% in 2013, as well as the rise of dual career couples. Another workplace trend we have seen is the sandwich generation. These people need to take care of their kids on the right side and the elderly parents on the left side, and of course, telecommuting. This appeals to technological members of Generation X and new millennials. I will have a little more information on other slide about this too. Some of the family work programs that could benefit the organization could be childcare. In 2011, 64.2 mothers with children under 6 years worked, and 59% of two-parent families have the parents working. This is important because most parents at one time or another have experienced problems with childcare. Uh, Maybe they're absent because the arrangements interfere with work, and of course, productivity gets affected because of it. Family work program also include the elderly care. This is, it's stressful to take care of an elderly person because it's time consuming and it's also expensive. According to to a study, 42% of persons in the workforce have provided elderly care in the past 5 years, and 70% are currently providing such care. Um, As of 2007, 25 to 50% of employers have provided or offered a form of elderly care assistance services. And a lot of people don't really think about this, but this is important because caregivers are more likely to report physical or mental health problems such as diabetes, cancer, depression, and others. If elderly care programs uh, are introduced or added to an organization, this can reduce the work family conflict by providing social work counseling, financial assistance, and it can help the employee and the employer. Parental leave is another program um, that, if it's managed, it can help the organization. But of course, it involves cost, and this could be before leaving. The productivity can get impacted during the planning, the training potential replacements, and of course, when the person leaves, the replacement cost of the overtime of the person who is working, and after leave, the retraining and possible turnover cost. But there are some benefits to parental leave. This could increase employee retention, increase bonding time for parents, healthy development of children, and if they all support also adopted parents, this can increase loyalty, morale, and retention because adopted parents, it's a different topic, but it's still part of parental leave and it should be included in there. Another policy that can be written is domestic partnership coverage. According to the US Census, 620,000 same sex unmarried couples were living together, and 7.5 million opposite sex unmarried couples were living together. Some employers do not provide health insurance to unmarried partners. even though the rise of marriage, I don't think I've seen it going up. I think it has stayed neutral or it has gone down. But it gets complicated because some states where marriage is defined as a relationship between men and women, prohibiting same-sex marriage, of course, do not allow their domestic partnership or their marriage partner to get any type of insurance. But reasons to why employers should provide any of the programs that I mentioned before is it could improve recruitment, retention, and productivity of the work and improves the morale and job satisfaction. Some of the wellness programs get introduced in organizations because it helps alter unhealthy personal habits and lifestyles. And it can include health and nutrition education or counseling. But I want to talk about a Long Beach Fire Department currently wellness program. This entails 4 classes a year on different wellness programs, blood work and physical once a year, and fitness test once a year. There's two type of benchmarks, and each benchmark can give you $100 a month for participation for a $1,200 a year. Of course, that will be $2,400 maximum that you can get a year extra if you do this. But this is really important because it has saved people's lives by early detection of something wrong in their blood work, like cancer or problem with their heart during fitness test portion of the program. It's really interesting how this has actually happened and it has saved people's lives just by having a wellness program in the fire department. Worker surveys indicate that substantial portions of the workforce supports practices like flex time, and this is 80% of the population. I want to talk about 3 types of flexible work arrangements. The first one is compressed work week, which is you work the same number of hours but in less days, so they could be a 4 day of 10 hours. Telecommuting is people who work away from the traditional work locale. 45 million employees in the US actually telecommute at least 1 day a week, and numbers are increasing. And part time work, working less than 35 hours. The Netherlands has the highest part-time employment, but in the United States, only 3.3 of workers pursue this option, although 92% of federal agencies implement part-time work. Probably this is because part-time workers receive no benefits, so I don't think that's an option for them. And of course, in order to implement these policies, we need a strategic human resource management that assess and evaluate before these policies are implemented. Of course, they should gather demographics, employee identify problem areas, satisfaction levels, and of course, after collecting the data, they should analyze and present recommendations to officials. I want to talk. I want to talk really briefly about workplace violence because this is a national epidemic people don't really think about. About 700 homicides happen annually, and there's a video link here if you're more interested on it and to learn about the responsibility as an employer. I believe the organizations should have a zero tolerance for abusive, threatened, or violent workplace behavior. And this video pretty much talks about the responsibility as an employer and workplace violence prevention that can help. So if you're interested, you. So why are the reasons that employers should provide any of the programs that we mentioned before? Well, this can improve the recruitment, retention, and productivity, and of course, it improves morale and job satisfaction. If people are happy, they're gonna go above and beyond and help the organization more. I want to mention briefly 3 parent-friendly policies organizations. The American Express, as of January 1st of this year, it's offering employees a paid 20-week leave for all new parents, plus an extra 6 to 8 weeks to birth mothers for medical recovery time. And of course, the company made it clear the adoptive, foster, surrogate, and LGBTQ parents are included in this new policy as well. Google, this company has 4 childcare centers near its Mountain View, California campus. And new moms get 18 weeks of paid leave, and parents planning to take an equal or primary role in their child's first year get 12 weeks plus $500 cash for baby bonding. Facebook, for starters, $4,000 in baby cash is given to employee with new arrivals. And the company made news recently when it began paying for egg freezing under a $20,000 benefit to cover fertility treatments. Also, Facebook subsidizes childcare and provides assistance with adoption fees. So, if you guys want to have kids, we should look into these companies and work in those companies that give really good benefits for being a parent. And it's parent friendly, of course. These are my resources. If you have any questions, comment below. Thank you.